I could have done better. I could have fixed it. Or kind of thoughts that have haunted me throughout my creative career. Congratulations, by the way, you are all my therapist today. Sorry about that. I'm wondering if I should pan up just a little bit. It feels like I should. One of the hardest parts of shooting videos, I think, is that you need to tap into creative brain to be coming up with shots and making sure all your batteries are charged and just all the things that are necessary. But then also, especially in a video like this, I need to tap into emotional brain. And maybe I didn't mean creative brain, but like work brain. So now that I have everything set up, I need to kind of get back into my like thinking and feeling. That's the same thing that I just already said. I love doing that. I am so good at saying the same thing in a different way. Just because I feel like I might not be heard if I don't explain it well enough, you know? Yeah, okay. So those are concepts that have haunted me for my entire creative career, essentially. When I was fresh out of high school, I made a feature-length zombie movie with my friends. Actually, technically, I made it 1.5-ish times. And this really kind of perfectly encapsulates the whole point, is we got a part of the way into making this movie, and I decided I wanted to get a better camera. So it was an upgrade, ironically, from a DV camera, much like the one that I'm using right now. And then I got a Canon, I believe it was an HG20, filmed in high definition, 1080p. And I decided to reshoot the movie from there. And we did it. We made the whole thing. And on the second to last day of filming, I learned how to control / what shutter speed and aperture is. And this is, man, we were guerrilla filmmaking. Like, we used LED work lights as our lighting, which were like barely powerful enough to do anything, especially for the super cheapo camera that I was using. I just looked and I'm at 5 minutes and I have 17 minutes of footage, so I gotta speed this shit up. Basically, I got to the end of making this movie, had this moment of sort of, I don't wanna put this out because I know I can do better. I think that concept has really put me in a trench in my creative career. I think also the irony that I've said the same thing in a multitude of different ways so far is incredibly telling and fitting for this as well. Basically, iteration is the devil and will destroy you. Now that I'm thinking about it too, I made a video called Hesitation, which is, to sum it up, essentially, don't not do the thing. And the irony here, I think, is that this is basically that video again. This is another iteration of that video. So I am fixing it, quote unquote. I'm doing it again. I'm trying to do a better job than the last time. And I think I'm going stream of consciousness because I just want to get it out, and I'm not going to hit my time limit if I don't. I think one of the bigger things for me is, oh my God, I lost my thought. Come on, buddy. Brains. Am I right? Brains, dude. Right. Okay. I think a problem that I've had, and I think a problem a lot of creatives have, I'm probably clipping the hell out of the mic, I'm sorry. I've looked at my work as this sort of monolith. It's this thing that is created and then I can't ever fix it or make it better, and that makes me want to not do it. That makes me want to not put anything out, because I could always do better. I could always learn more. I could always fix the scene. You know what I mean? Like, I could have a light to my right now that's keeping me out of shadow. That would look a lot better. And I think just committing to this concept of like, make it better, make it better, make it better, fix it, refine it, writing is revision, et cetera, kind of stalls from actually finishing your work. And there are those who say done is better than perfect. And I guess I agree with that. I think this video is also partially just to kind of try and hold myself accountable to finish a number of things that I have unfinished. And it's something that I've been going through, this iteration thing, still happening. I've been working on a demo EP that was a number of my YouTube demos I've remixed. I'll hit a roadblock somewhere that'll completely trip me up, and then I will call it impossible to figure out a way around that roadblock, and then just redo the things that are easier for me to redo instead of finishing the damn thing. And so that gear demo EP is entirely just, I can't decide what to call it or what to put as album artwork. So I've essentially worked on it, and then I'll stop and work on something else because I have to keep the lights on or do whatever. And then I'll come back to it, still not actually work on the part that I need to work on, but I'll just remix it over and over and over again. You know, a couple months go by, remix it again. A couple months go by, remix it again. I've done that so many times. I've done that with all of my cover songs as well. Just remixed them. Because it's all like, I'm trying to make this perfect version, and it's just it'll never happen if I keep trying to make it perfect. And I think that also leads me into sort of this, let's check how much time we have. It's partially burnout, I think, because I don't want to be a solo creator. You know what I mean? I would love to have an artist that I can call on, just somebody whose art that I love, that I can be like, hey, I've got a thing that I want to put out. You're the one. I need a album cover for this. Let's go. I would love to have a drummer for stuff like Instagram content where I can just say, hey, I want to put a thing out, throw some drums on this. Like, I want to have people to collaborate with. And throughout my career, I have attempted to do this. I've attempted collaboration, and it always falls through on one end or another. I have a cover of What Is Love recorded with Lauren Babick that I just haven't shot the video for because I want to rehearse the song so that I'm super good at it, so that shooting the video is going to be easier, and that has stopped me completely. It's been probably more than a year or something like that, so sorry, Lauren, because you did an awesome job on that. I don't think she's even trying to do it at this point, which I fully understand. Yeah, so just kind of illustrating how this can really, really affect every part of your life, even down to personal relationships. Any of my close friends are about to be screaming at their screen, so sorry if you're watching this, but I'm terrible at responding to text messages or any messages, phone calls, messages, texts, blah, 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 blah. And it's because I do this thing where I'll get a message and I want to dedicate like all of my emotional energy and all of my brain power and all of my thought into responding to this because this relationship is important to me. And in thinking like that, I will essentially stall myself to the point where I'm like, right now I can't put in that kind of energy. I don't have what I need to make that connection. So I put it off. And then once I put it off, it just never happens from there. And it sucks. It's really bad. I think I've lost a number of friendships from it. I've definitely lost business opportunities from it. I've lost a lot of stuff because I do something and then I hit a wall and I stop. And I hate it. And I'm not making this, I'm not saying this to have everybody jump in the comments and say, no, dude, you're doing great, or it's okay, or something like that. Like, I'm hoping with talking like this and just talking about what I've been through and how I'm feeling and what's going on, that someone else who's going through this can relate and at very least, feel less alone. Or if you're doing a better job than I am, which seems fucking easy, that you can implement, you can see what I'm doing wrong, you can take that, you can do something with it. I have less than 2 minutes, I think. It's tough. Life is tough. I've had a lot of stuff going on. I've had a lot of stuff I've been trying to catch up with. And all I want to do is just make stuff and do things with my friends and help people and just try and make things better than they were, you know? So I hope y'all have a wonderful day. And I am sorry that I have not finished all of the things that I need to finish. I'm hoping that I can use this to hold myself accountable to finish things. I'm going to hope that I can put this up unedited. Because if I go to edit it, I'm going to rethink the things that I've said, and that's going to stall me out, and I'm going to delete it, and this will be another nothing burger where I've spent a lot of time for basically nothing. I am out of time. You are wonderful. Please take care of yourself. It's hard out there. Sorry. And more soon, I hope. I'm trying. I really am. Peace. It's Patreon, like, comment, subscribe, whatever. Till next time. The other side of that bridge right there is where I was sitting when I wrote most of the lyrics to Seldom. If you like my original music, there's a little piece for you. Isn't that pretty? Isn't that nice? So in the interest of trying to finish my point, because I feel it creeping in that I have not said what I was trying to say, and then I want to give up on this video already, even though your work may be a monolith. Nobody fucking cares. That's like a little excessive, but like, it doesn't matter. Who cares, dude? It's a cover song. It's a demo EP. Like, the big important thing these days is to basically dump everything as often and as fast as you can, because the reality is this thing that you've put your whole life and all of your emotions and all of your love and blood and sweat and tears and all that into is going to be seen by somebody for 6 seconds while they're scrolling, and then it's going to be gone forever. You know what I mean? It'll be in the public zeitgeist for a week or something like that, especially in regards to content creation. You've got a month, if that, until it's just not interesting, not relevant, not whatever. So I keep trying to make this perfect thing and this like amazing thing that stands on its own forever, and like, nobody cares, dude. Absolutely nobody cares. And I don't mean that in like a woe is me, nobody's listening to me and I don't feel important, blah 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 blah, but like, just in regards of feel free, feel like you can do whatever and don't let it stall you. Just do. Also, do as I say, not as I do, because I'm still just never gonna put anything out or do anything. I don't know. I already feel like this is dumb. You know what I mean? This is just like kind of me speaking, and I'm going to force myself to put this out there. Nobody cares. Just put it up. Put it up, put it up, put it up. Done. Finish it. Done. Throw it out. Done. Good. Awesome. That's it. Thank you. Have a great day. Like, subscribe, comment, favorite, Yeah.